What going on, everybody? David Mitchell here, and welcome back to Fan to Train, episode 69. And if y'all remember, I'm trying to roast someone, or probably me. If y'all remember KCS, we can officially say KCS and CP, or Canadian Pacific, are officially fallen flags. So, Rellyville. So that kind of sunburned it thinking about it. So, wow. Ooh, can't believe it actually happened. So yeah, I was glad I caught both rare. Technically, I might have caught CP, but it's been so long I can't remember. But I might have back in the day. But it's been so long that I'm probably glad I caught it. But it kind of sad knowing that this happened. If y'all remember. Well, let me check.
Sorry, David. I tried to roast you.
Okay. Versus. Come on. 1 minute. I need to check what episode it is. Episode 4. Let me check, y'all. Oh no. Alright, so I have not caught CP yet. I have caught Casey yet, where I have made a post about that. But god damn, it did crazy knowing just now, if y'all know what I mean. Like, wow. But hopefully I will catch CP locomotive before they go, if I can get lucky. But it's kind of sad knowing that we can officially say that KCS and CP are officially fallen flags. So IRP. So yeah, that kind of is sad when you did think about it, if y'all know what I mean. So yeah. But that, I'll be on it, what a complete shocker. Like, it was a complete shocker when we heard about it a year ago, but now that we are thinking about it, it was inevitable. Like, it was either that a big conglomerate buy it up or another railroad. To be honest, I would have rather had a small railroad buy KCS and then expanded and do even better, but at least it was CP with it better than CN. Oh, and by the way, that kind of is saying right there. I gotta have Val try to figure out how to get the out. So yeah, but it's kind of sad when you did think about it. That one of Val new dresses, but let's get some of the guys on, because it kind of sucky that we can officially say that both railroads are fallen flag. We lost two class 1, and we'll gain a new one. Oops, sorry, that me dropping my tablet, but it'll be two fallen flag, but a new railroad born from the asses. So yeah, so that kind of somber, and with the NTSB being all that kind of sad. So yeah, and to be honest, it kind of is shocking that this stuff is happening so fast. I expected it to happen for another year or 2 years, so it kind of happening faster than everybody thought. And a lot of people who are rail fans are making condolence videos about KCF, which it's been around since 1887. So that railroad been around for almost, if it had lasted for another 60 years, it would have made it to 200. I get Union Pacific might be the only one to make it until 200. So that kind of sad, if y'all know what I mean. So yeah. So that I would not expect it. So kind of a sad thing, kind of a shocker. But it all different, if y'all know what I mean. But yeah. Let's go see who online right now. Brightline are probably online. Speaking of that, let's see who is going to join. Because it kind of somber that it happening. But IRP, who would have known? Did crazy to think about it. Alright. Well, let me get Brightline in group. Let's see if Brightline is on. I call him. Ringing. But it kind of sad that this stuff is happening. Also, another thing that is sad and FNS for letting it happen, because there could have been a better way, but the Saluda grade happened to fitly sold off, so it gonna be turned into a FN rail to trails. So that kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie, this is a sad week for railroading, and I'm not even lying. God damn. Like, it's been a sad week for railroading. Heck, there's something I might not get to see, but I'm hoping to. So it kind of is sad. Streaming.
Oh, he's not streaming.
But it is kind of sad when you did think about it. If y'all know what I mean. Like, goddamn, dude. Oh. Like, it's kind of sad. Like, my God. It's just sad in a way.
I think Mama needs you.
Oh, what?
Mama needs you for a minute.
Oop. Oh, you want to take over for a minute?
Hey, Foamers. Stop, like Ohio!
Oh, no.
I like it. Just kidding. Sorry. Hey, Gart. Hey. Sorry, guys. I wanted to twerk like Ohio. Twerk like Ohio. Stroke like Ohio. Sorry. I love to show my goofy side. I love my trained friends, too. Yeah, David is doing something. And yes, my toothaches still painful. And David is a foamer. You know, I'll see. How train foamers sleep. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of show. How train lovers like y'all slept. Number one, a train lover who wants to sleep while waiting on their next train to catch. This is their style. Can you wake me up if there's a train coming? If there's a train coming, please wake me up. I like locomotives that were rare. Oh, no. Number two, Dark Black Ohio.
Oh, God. Oh my God.
Dark Black Ohio. I try to do all kinds of train lovers of sleeping technique.
Oh, bright liner. All right.
Dark Black Ohio.
Oh my God. Come on, bright line. Oh God.
Like,
Well, sorry for the few-minute cringe that Vel put you through.
Yes. Dark Black Ohio.
Oh my God, Vel did cringing.
Yeah.
I am so sorry.
By the way.
Oh, just some dumb crap.
Twerk like Ohio. Twerk like Ohio. Get out of Ohio because it's already chemical apocalypse. I read that from the ARC group.
Bad Val for you.
You cover up your wife.
Sorry, Val, you're being censored.
Yes. Not yet. Like
Oh my God, Val, stop. You're gonna get me terminated.
It's Turkey Club.
Oh my God.
Like Ohio. like Ohio.
Val being a little goof.
I'm a goofball. Sorry, you gotta see a twerking wife like me. Yes, punishment for what you did to me every day. Like Ohio.
Oh my God. Can you please? Sis?
No.
Oh my God. Val being cringy tonight.
This is a train lover or actor if they have a favorite train. Oh, yes. A train coming. Woo! And I heard you doing that at one point.
What?
Chasing a KCX.
Oh, from back 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, what do the fuck? Huh?
Oh my.
Yeah. Now you interrupted my train part segment. How a train lover slept and how a dummy doesn't sit with it.
Val being a little bit goofy.
Goofy girl.
Oh, let's get Tom on, see if he's busy.
Excuse me.
Oh, he busy. Oh.
Nice ass, David.
Uh-huh. Alright, what? Let's see if Lizzie busy. Unless she probably doing her work because she is an NS contender.
Candy dancers?
Yep. You gonna fitly say Elizabeth is a Gandhi dancer.
Hey, Ganny dancer.
But it kind of is sad knowing that
Yes.
Casey and CP are now a fit week and be fallen flags. Worse yet, Yeah, there's another railroad that is going to be a fallen flag, and that Montana rail link. So, oof. Slow, painful death, but it officially a fallen flag here, if you know what I mean. But, yeah. You can officially say Casey a fallen flag. So that, I'll be honest, does kind of suck. Well, let's see my Earth. But my God, it's a crazy. Like with CPP and Casey yet merging to become one new railroad, it kind of sad knowing that both are going to be fallen flags soon. But it did kind of sad when you did think about it, like, wow. God dang, Ben channel, not channel, but Facebook is still down. That kind of sucks. Not gonna lie, it kind of sucks knowing that is what happened, and you know? Like, knowing that Casey and our ones are going to be a fit with fallen flags, that kind of is sad, if y'all know what I mean. So, yeah, kind of suck having fallen flags. Ugh. It's been almost 2 months. I'm just going to bring it up. It's been almost 2 months since that hack. Ugh. Just thinking about that YouTube channel hack. Kind of, you know.
Sorry for being cringy.
You've been cringy today. Jesus, you.
Like a hug, like a hug.
Val kind of did her cringy self today anyway.
Hey, at least I am not, you know what.
Mm-hmm. Let's get Rush on. It did crazy when you did think about, like.
Washer? Thank you.
Oop.
You did that. All right.
Oh, Val, can you do it for me?
Okay.
Thank you. But, my God. There we go. Right line. I'm joining Brightline call because he now calling in. Took him 18 minutes, a little late. Oof. But it is kind of sad. Oh. It is kind of sad when you think about it. Come on, join in. Oh, there we are. Come on. Hey, bud, you there? Oop, let me.
Hello.
Oof. Hey, did you heard that the merger with GP and KTF is official?
I haven't heard about that.
Well, it's been approved.
Wow. That's good news right there.
It is, but it's also sad news because KCF and CP are officially fallen flags.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
So, IRP, KCS, they've been around since the 1880s. Same with CP, we've been around since the 1800s too, you know?
I see.
So, that is shocking, you know what I mean?
I know what it means, bro. It's gonna be benefiting both routes, KCS and CP. I believe KCS is actually a class 2, right?
No,
Or
class 1, class 1.
Okay.
But here, crazy.
Canadian was.
Here, crazy. It's going to go from Canada all the way down to Mexico.
My goodness.
The railroad are going to be operating railroad in 3 different countries, all connected. So train can start in Canada and in Mexico. Can you believe that?
Haven't you seen the Amtrak Connect Us map that they recently changed? They added a route to Mexico.
I know.
And Canada.
I think I know the reason why they did that. I already know the reason why.
Yeah, that is actually the main reason why they merged.
And to be honest, I think that's the reason why you know Amtrak doing that, because the new routes that are going down into that area of Texas and into Mexico are run by KCS. So with the merger, it's going to make it a lot easier for Amtrak to expand and make even more routes. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I'm actually excited for this to happen. Next, they might be connecting Guatemala. Who knows? Amtrak would actually run all the way down to Mexico, Mexico City.
I know.
That's going to be...
Like, if Amtrak do that, that means Amtrak will expand to 2 countries, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, we're in the final countdown for Montana Rail Link.
Oh.
Montana Rail Link will be officially a fallen flag in June.
Yeah.
So that kind of is sad that we're on the final 2 months before Montana Rail Link get a fallen flag this year. Kind of is sucky for rail fans this year with, you know, with railroad mergers and fallen flags. Ugh, that kind of sucky. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. I've actually watched the video of Jeb Brooks, who is trying to travel from Seattle all the way down to in North Carolina, in Greensville, I believe, in North Carolina.
No, that's South Carolina. Greenville. You talking about Greenville or Greenboro?
Greenboro.
North Carolina.
Yeah, so Greensboro. He actually, there was a derailment in one of his videos. Let me share you a video about Jeb Brooks. He's actually he's an airline vlogger, a train vlogger, and a bus vlogger.
To be honest, airplane stuff I don't agree with, because he favors airplanes over trains. Have you noticed that?
Well,
I'm bringing that.
Yeah. Yes, but he actually talked about train travel, and in one of his videos when the train just stopped in Ohio, it was actually a derailment in the middle of his.
Mm-hmm.
There was actually a derailment in one of his videos.
I could tell.
A freight train derailed.
Oop, fell. But to be honest, it's a crazy. Also, you know what just the grade is, Brightline?
No, I don't have an idea.
It was the steepest mainline grade here in the South. And it went from Spartanburg, South Carolina, up to Asheville, North Carolina, up through the mountains. It was Norfolk Southern steepest rail grade at 4%.
Speaking of Norfolk Southern, they're going under fire for what they did in Ohio.
I know, and reason why I brought thinking about that was because of what happened there. They are selling off to salute a grade with been rail banked in 2003 and 4 when the last train went through there. So that been rail banked since then, and oh God, because Norfolk Southern have sold it off, and get what it's going to be turned into.
What?
A freaking trail.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Hell no.
All thing. And they said there's no more use for it. They said it's not capable in the modern era. That BS. BS, I say. You know?
That's so real. That sucks, man, because Amtrak needed that. Who knows if that town needed rail infrastructure? Who knows if Amtrak would actually come back in the late eras in the future?
To be honest, there is only 2 other routes, train tracks into Asheville now, and one of them at the old Fort Loop, and the other one coming from Tennessee. The old Fort Loop only get 1 train today, even though the line at rail bank, they still operate 1 local train from Asheville to the other city down near Charlotte. So, the old Fort Loop, it's probably going to get saved because, let's be honest, they're changing laws because of that train derailment in Ohio. So, let's just say the old Fort Loop might start being used again. So, that might be a miracle to save it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
East Palestine got rattled.
I know.
By that train derailment.
And I know, and it was a wake-up call, too, if you know what I mean.
I mean, the Secretary of Transportation, Mr. Pete, did not mention 10 days ago, prior to the derailment, has never mentioned the East Palestine disaster, not even once. He has never mentioned it. Never.
Exactly. And that kind of funny because he should be, you know?
I mean, he should be, but no, he didn't mention it. Is he incompetent or something?
Probably
he's trying to hide something.
Probably hiding something, or probably getting paid off. Let's be honest. Money speak louder than words.
If he's trying to hide something, that's going to fuel some conspiracy theories, which most people would ask, why is Pete hiding something? I don't know what he's hiding.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what he's hiding.
I know.
I mean, this is going to fuel most conspiracy theories. I'm going to say that.
Hey, a lot of people are already thinking of that anyway. It's kind of funny, you know?
Yes.
But to be honest, this is what I'll be honest about. That I just don't trust. You know what I mean? Like, something sketchy is going on. You know what I mean?
I'm actually I'm sketchy myself. I mean, the climate activists, they usually protest about everything. In the East Palestine disaster, not a single word. I have never heard of one climate protester talking about this.
I know, and
that
kind of funny and sketchy at the same time, you know?
Yeah, but when they're actually focusing on Russia and methane, when methane is mentioned, they'll protest it or something like. The environmentalists were like, "Oh gosh, methane is seeping up to the atmosphere because it's actually natural gas. Who knows? Well, methane is actually natural gas, and they're trying to say this actually causes more CO2. They're actually protesting against it, against natural gas.
You know what funny? You know what funny in it? Do you know what type of people actually fart out the most natural gas?
What? Who?
Vegans. I'm not even kidding. Vegans might hate me for this, but I'm calling y'all out. Meat eaters don't fart out methane at plant eaters. Like salads, lettuce, they'll actually contain more methane than beef. You know what I mean, Brightline?
Yeah, I know what you mean, because methane is actually a natural gas, so there's no problem with it.
Exactly.
It actually seeps to the atmosphere, so there's no problem about it. But no, climate activists would actually say that it destroys the environment, which is kind of ironic, because when it comes to let's say toxic gases that seeps up to the atmosphere, they're not giving a crap on toxic gases on the East Palestine disaster.
I know.
That is more concerning than methane.
I know. That is because some of the chemicals there, people are still feeling after effects over a month later.
The EPA says that it was safe there. It was safe.
No, it ain't.
It's safe to return, but it's not. Something sketchy going over there.
Mm-hmm. People are moving out of East Palestine right now, you know?
I believe East Palestine would turn into Chernobyl 2.0 if it happens. I'm calling it.
It was not a nuclear train. If it was a nuclear train carrying nuclear rods and stuff, we do have trains that do that. And when it does derail, you bet you're behind that would have been 10 times worse. You know?
They say that this train disaster is actually similar to the 3 Mile nuclear disaster somewhere in Connecticut or in New England. Not sure where it is, but it's not comparable to. I mean, the 3 Mile disaster. What happened there wasn't actually more. Let's say, how can I say this?
Accidental.
What happened it wasn't that. It's not that fatal, but it was not that serious as that incident that happened in East Palestine.
Mm-hmm. And to be honest,
you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're saying, Brightlight, and I'll be honest, I agree with you.
At least the nuclear disaster that happened at 3 Mile Point wasn't serious.
I know.
But the environmentalists claim that it was serious. How sketchy is that?
I know. Funny thing is that let's be honest, most of the violence was paid off by the coal company back in the day. Let's be honest. Nuclear power plant big competition was the coal company. Now it's natural gas and all that other stuff. You know what I mean?
I mean, climate activists don't actually care about the environment at all. I'm saying, if they're being paid by the gas companies and oil companies, then why are they protesting climate in the first place?
Exactly. And then you have one of the biggest, even though she is autistic, Greta Thunberg. You know her?
I know her. Gosh.
She is a hypocrite.
I'm telling you, she got arrested over there in Europe, I believe. I don't know where, but
it was somewhere in Norway because she was protesting against a wind farm. A wind
farm?
Yes. Of all.
You gotta be.
Because she's protesting. Oh, it's gonna be on, native land. From natives. Like, really? Heck, to be honest, not trying to be all a-hole like it would probably benefit for the natives who live on that land because it will give them clean energy. Am I right, Brightline?
Yeah. I think nuclear energy should have been actually green energy because it's part of green energy, but most environmentalists don't want nuclear energy. They actually want solar panels and windmills, and actually hydraulic power, nothing else.
To be honest, they want to all go back to the 1700 where we all use horses and buggies.
Oh gosh. I mean, like, we have to actually progress from that society. The 1700s just passed. We gotta progress forward.
I know, and most of them people are hypocrites. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, most of these people participate in climate protests, but they don't actually care about the environment, which is another thing.
They care about is money. Like, have you seen how much they make?
No, they care about clout. They care about clout. Political clout is what I'm talking.
I know. If they really cared about stuff, they would do the right thing, but they don't.
Yeah, true. Okay,
Like,
environmentalists aside, I believe Amtrak should actually do its court. Well, I think Amtrak should actually expand to new areas where it has never reached before.
like, Amtrak in Alaska?
Yes. A Fairbanks stop would be beneficial there. As well,
Like,
a stop in British Columbia. Imagine Amtrak stopping at British Columbia.
to be honest, if they can, work on building that transcontinental from Canada into Alaska to connect up with the Alaska Railroad, that would be beneficial for both countries,
Yeah.
But every time it keeps getting killed off, every freaking time. Like,
I think
sorry, Brightline, you could say something.
I think Canada, both Via Rail and Amtrak, should actually partner this time.
Yeah,
For the first time.
if they partnered and also work with the company that is trying to build a railroad up to Alaska to connect to Alaska Railroad, they can all benefit from it. Heck, even the Alaska Railroad itself, because it keep on losing its freight in the ocean on barges, Like,
True.
how much I do that. In order to get rail freight up to Alaska from the lower 48, you got to put it on a ship at the port and have it taken up there,
There's actually a ferry that goes every 2 weeks to Alaska.
Yep.
So I believe that having a rail link from Seattle to Juneau would actually be beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
Or from Seattle to Fairbanks, because there's an airline that actually flies from Seattle to Fairbanks, and that's Alaska Airlines.
I know.
Which, again, is actually a partner to American Airlines.
And to be honest, what people don't realize is that if we go to war with Russia, will probably happen in our lifetime if something don't change with how everything is going. That railroad will need to be built, No excuse about it.
Before I believe Russia is still trying to build a bridge across Serbia to Alaska, I believe. But I don't think that's going to happen.
To be honest, we could do it, but it will cost a lot of money. And also the ground is not that deep, like the open floor is that, not that deep, like literally right there in the Bering Strait,
Yeah.
So a tunnel can be done. It did that with how everything's going right now. I don't think it's going to happen with what's been going on right now,
Yeah, especially Ukraine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of that, Ukraine started their counteroffensive down in the south. It have officially began. So they're going to.
Goodness.
So they're going to try to take Crimea once they cut off the land bridge, you know?
Yep.
So we're about to see some crazy crap happen, you know?
I could see Ukraine pushing eastward all the way down to Russia, to the Russian mainland.
To be honest,
Who knows?
To be honest, with the battles in Bakhmut, like, I'll be honest, I believe Bakhmut was bait. I'll be honest, I do not think Ukraine would never go. I think Ukraine would not even going to hold that city. I think they were faking it to trick the Russians into the bait, you know? Like,
Yep.
hook, bank, and sinker, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, they were doing some troll moves, by the way. That's an epic troll, man.
like, if you remember, they did the same thing back a couple months ago, back last year, to get the top half, and then, you know, a couple months later, they got the bottom half and liberated one of their capital cities, you know?
Yep.
I think what Ukraine are going to do, I think they're going to really, and I mean really, cut that land bridge off, and I think they're using Bakhmut at bait to send all the Russian troops there, you know? Send all the,
I get it.
like, art of war, you know?
Yeah.
And I think Ukraine have mastered the art of war, and I hate to say it, not the number 2 army in the world anymore. Not anymore.
Mm-mm.
And to be honest, I think after the war over with, Ukraine will probably have one of the most powerful armies in Europe. And
Yeah.
And here, funny thing, most people don't realize the only country that have ever won a war against Russia was Poland.
Poland.
Not even joking. They are the only country that literally got troops into Moscow back in the 1700s. Like, back in 17 and 1600, they were the only country that literally won a battle against Russia.
But you know that there's only one country that has never fought a war during its 200-year span.
Swiss, like the Swiss.
Switzerland.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heck, they are neutral all the way. Doesn't matter how much you portrayed them, you know?
I mean, how didn't they fought in World War I and World War II?
They never did.
It's crazy.
They stayed
They
neutral.
never did.
They stayed neutral.
I mean, like Hitler would have invaded Switzerland, but he didn't. So
Well, one of the reasons why, because all the bridges, like, let's just say Switzerland is like a fortress, because it's surrounded by a mountain, also a couple of rivers, and they have some of the bridges rigged with explosives. So if a country wants to invade them, even some of the mountain with the access roads are rigged with explosives. So if a country is going to try to invade, they're going to have a rude awakening, you know?
yeah,
Like, literally, Switzerland is impenetrable. Even though it's a small country, you'd be losing more men than they would be, even though they're smaller, you know?
yeah. Switzerland was surrounded by enemies at one point.
True.
They were literally surrounded by enemies, and well, we gotta defend our homeland no matter the cost.
Heck.
And they end up not fighting.
Yeah, and to be honest, the last time they had a major war in their country was back in the early 1800s.
Yep. During Napoleon.
Yep. And most people don't realize that. Like, it's crazy just to think about it. Heck, Napoleon died when the first steam engines began operating, when you did think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy when you did go into deep detail and think about it in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so Amtrak is going to have a lot of benefits. I've heard there's going to be an extension added from Mobile, Alabama to Jacksonville, Florida, I believe.
That's the next plan. And this time, they won't be working with CXX with that one. Do you know the reason why?
Why?
Different railroad own that line now. CXX sold it off last year.
I mean, like back in 2005, the Sunset Limited actually ran that route.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah, it was actually the second train that was operated by superliners before the
auto train.
Before the auto train.
Mm-hmm. But to be honest,
it's actually the second train in the East Coast.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that was the only train that you would not have to, like, it was a one-way trip from Miami to LA on that sucker. You know? But
yeah, I know.
But it gonna be crazy knowing that it coming back, and ironically, with how the new railroad is, let hope that this Class 2, it is a Class 2 that operates those tracks now. Let hope they work with Amtrak and don't try to be, jealous. And also, they will have to, add PCC and all that because that is dark signal territory,
True. I hope that's going to work out. I think Amtrak and that Class 2 railroad that you mentioned will actually have a better relationship than what Amtrak had with CSX.
And to be honest, Amtrak have operated on dark signal territory before, like they do up in Vermont. Like, let's be honest, Vermont, they got dark signal territory up there.
Speaking of Amtrak, I believe that Amtrak is trying to sue all the Class 1s that is trying to interfere with their routes.
They are.
Oh my goodness.
But it did crazy when you did think about it.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
I hope those lawsuits would gain ground, would actually go through. Because if they don't, that's gonna...
I'll be done in about 10 minutes. About 10 to 15 minutes.
Sorry.
Sorry, Vela Tupa Aiken.
I see.
But yeah,
if those lawsuits don't fell through, I believe that would set Amtrak behind for 3 decades.
I know. To be honest, the lawsuit need to break ground, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to send you a video about this.
Oh, speaking of that, you remember...
Yes?
You remember Black... I can't remember the company, but Dimitri had talked about it. It was Blackside, if I'm right.
BlackRock?
Yeah, BlackRock. So, more people are making videos about it now. Oh my god. That's crazy. Like...
I mean, it did not... I mean, what happened in Ohio... What happened in Ohio, in East Palestine, is actually becoming... it's now becoming viral. Now, most Americans are talking about it more. Are now talking about it because of that derailment.
Mm-hmm. And sorry, you could say something, right, Lane.
And now BlackRock is actually involved on the cover-up as well. So, I believe they're going... Oh, what you were going to say?
I believe that BlackRock is about to have a downfall that we have never seen before. I think we're about to see something big happen.
Oh, have you heard about the SVB, the Silicon Valley Bank that actually got bankrupt?
Yep.
There's going to be another recession.
Oh, dear. Well, brace ourselves. I knew this was going to happen.
I knew it, man. They were trying to invest in bonds.
Like...
I mean, there are lots of banks that actually failed. Regional banks.
Mm-hmm. But it's something that is really concerning, Like, I knew something big is going to happen, and I already knew we're going to be in a new reset, and like we're already in the beginning stage. Even Vel agrees with me. Am I right?
Yeah, Yes, but are you done?
I will be in a few minutes, Val. I know you're too for hurting. But yeah, I gotta get ready to go to bed, and Val also gotta get ready to go to bed because she got work at 7 in the morning, Brightline.
Yeah, true. So, by the way, I mean, everyone was talking about this economic downturn. Even BlackRock was announcing it, and now in 2023, it's about to happen.
I know, and that's it crazy, but yeah. But hopefully we can make it through the storm. Hopefully that people start realizing the truth, and I hope to get better. You know, it's going to get worse before it get better.
I hope we actually get through this storm, bro. Mm-hmm. Let's hope we actually.
To be honest, you could say what you were going to say, Brightline.
I hope we can get through the storm, man.
I know.
If that happens in the U.S., it's going to be a lot more worse globally, man.
I know. And to be honest, I already see more fallen flag railroad, even class 2 and 3, happening before 2030 and 2040. I do see it happening, you know? But, yeah, but you have a night, Brightline, to talk to you later, bud.
I'll see you later, man.
All right, later, bud.
It's nice to talk to you.
Always been. Later, Brightline. Bye. All right, that's been Brightline, and let's get the magazine done before we go to bed. And also, Vel too for driving her nuts. Am I right?
Can I just finish, please?
We are. In CNJ. Going fast, like also RPCP and that cool right there. I need to look at where this is right here. I will later on. Oh, 611. And I like the locomotive right here, to be honest. Pretty good. Lackawanna Railroad. Ooh, yeah, I love this right here. That looked cool. Hey, Val, what do you think of this? Val can't talk that much right now because of... But, yeah. It's pretty cool. Hopefully we see them with more business on the Reddit and the Northern. Even though in a regional, it's a signal railroad too, so it got signals, but it's pretty cool. I heard rumors that the Reddit and Northern are probably getting them at the 70 and Max soon, so we might be seeing some Max on that railroad, so that's going to be crazy. I'll go to Conrail. Conrail will still live. Just like KCS and CP. They will survive. I will survive. But, yeah. Pretty cool with all of this, but it came out in 2021, so it's almost 2 years old. It won't be 2 years old until September, but it's near that, so we can count that. And here, just Armand, we have not found anything KCS related on here. Kind of sad, but yeah. But it's a good one. One of the good one. But yeah. But I hope y'all enjoyed the live stream. Please like and subscribe. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And have a nice weekend. Bye, guys. Peace.